Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. So today we are going to be field testing, literally field testing, the difference between a 60-inch zero-turn finish mower compared to a 60-inch rotary cutter 3-point attachment on the back of a compact tractor. So the zero turn we're going to be using for our test today is a Toro Titan Max with a 60-inch deck. This is the zero turn mower that Toro sent us this spring to demo here on the channel. And what we're going to be comparing it against is our Coyote compact tractor that we've had for a little over 2 years now. It is a CK3510. It's a hydrostatic transmission, 35 horsepower, and I believe at the PTO it's around 29 or 30 horsepower. The Toro Titan Max is a 26 horsepower gas engine. Now you might be asking yourself, why are we comparing these two mowers? They have two very different intended purposes. Well, the reason is because the length of this tractor here. So if I measure this out, we're roughly about 18 feet long. Now in comparison, the Toro Titan Zero Turn is roughly about 7 feet long. You might be saying to yourself, yeah, but you're in the middle of a big 8-acre field. Who cares if you're 18 feet long? Well, when you're only brush hogging 5 feet at a time, that is a lot of back and forth and a lot of turns. And when you're 18 feet long, every single one of those turns takes a couple more seconds that it might take on a zero turn. So that's why I'm kind of curious to see how well this Toro Titan Max is going to work in this field, to see if I could possibly use it and get our field mowed faster. Now before we get started, I did want to show you, I have actually already been finish mowing this section of the field here, right up to about this line right here going up. So all of this area over here I've been finish mowing. It's about 1.25 acres, and so far I've found out that it takes me about an hour to mow 1.25 acres. So over 1 acre an hour for that zero turn mower. But it is so much faster from what I found already. And I haven't actually done this test yet to see how much faster, but I know just from mowing this, it feels faster. Every single one of these turns, up and back, is a couple seconds faster on that zero turn. So before we go ahead and do the test comparing the two, I do need to hit this part of the field one more time. So we're gonna put you on a quick time lapse, get some drone footage of finish mowing this, and then we'll go ahead and compare the two mowers. All right, so we got our 1.25 acres mowed there, and that took about an hour like I thought it would. And what I'm going to be curious to find out is how many passes that took to do this. Once we find out how many passes we have, when we do our comparison between the 60-inch Toro Titan Max and the Coyote compact tractor with the brush hog, we can kind of multiply the time difference in the turns by how many passes we have here, and then we can maybe get an idea of how long or how much longer this would have taken with the tractor and the brush hog. All right, so how we're going to perform this little comparison here is we're going to do 4 passes with each type of mower. We're going to go down and back twice, And what we're most concerned with figuring out is the time difference as well as quality of cut, because it's not how fast you can cut or how well you can cut, it's how fast can you cut well. So we're going to do a time difference on each individual turn and average the difference on the turns, as well as a total overall for the 4 passes. And then we're going to go back and look at the quality of cut. And the things we're going to be looking for there is how well does each mower disperse the material? You know, does it leave a big trail or a windrow of grass clippings behind it, or does it do a good job of mulching everything up? And then the second thing is obviously going to be, you know, does it give you a nice even cut, or does it leave you stragglers behind? Now here's just to give you an idea of the type of material we're going to be cutting. I just went and measured this up against my knee, and it is well above my knee. This is definitely thigh-high grass here. All right, so there's the results. Let's talk about quality of cut first. Obviously, when you put a zero turn in the middle of a field with 2-foot tall grass, the quality of cut is not going to be great, just because on a zero turn, you've got a fully enclosed deck, which means you've got a piece of metal in front of your blades, and that metal is going to push that grass over and just fold the grass over on top of itself and not allow the blades to touch it. Whereas on the brush hog on the front, there's no guard at all. And the first thing that contacts the grass is the brush hog blade, so it's able to chop all that material down without folding it over. Realistically, the tallest grass you'd be able to cut with a zero turn without having to go back and double cut it would probably be somewhere around 12 to 16 inches tall. This being 2 to 3 feet tall. If we wanted to get this knocked all the way down, we'd have to take a second pass at it. Now, in terms of clippings left behind, obviously the zero turn did a much better job of chopping everything up. All the clippings are shredded much finer. And if you look at what the brush hog left behind, huge clumps, everything's only been cut about once down at the stem. It looks like somebody just came in here with a machete and cut everything down at the base and let it fall. So now let's talk about the time difference between the two machines. So the Toro Titan Max 60-inch zero-turn mower came in at 3 minutes and 50 seconds. The Coyote with the 5-foot brush hog on the back came in at 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So the zero-turn was in fact 30 seconds faster, and I timed each of the individual turns. The zero-turn averaged about 3 seconds on the turns, and the brush hog averaged about 13 seconds on the turns. And that all makes sense. We had 3 turns in this test, and the Toro Titan Max was 10 seconds faster on each of those turns, hence why our overall time was 30 seconds faster. What that also tells me is that our ground speed was exactly the same on both machines. Now, I went ahead and counted the number of passes that we took on this 1.25 acres that we're finish mowing over here, and it was 46 passes. So if you take 46 times a 10-second saving on each turn, that works out to about 7.5 minutes longer that the Coyote and the brush hog would have taken to finish mow this field. Obviously, at the end of the day, it comes down to using the right tool for the job. I don't think I would ever use the zero turn to cut 2.5 foot tall grass over here, much the same as I would never use the Coyote and the brush hog to come over here and try to finish mow the field that was only about 6 or 8 inches tall. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.